Among the world's millions of personal computer users, most people do most of their work with just two kinds of programs: spreadsheets and word processors. And more, the ones they choose are Microsoft Excel and Word for Windows. Maybe that's because people want to work easier and get better results. And maybe that's why more than 2 million people have already switched. To put it simply, people prefer Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Word. People like those you're about to see. In their own words, they'll tell you why they switched. And they'll show you how they use Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Word for Windows to simplify complex tasks and make every day easy. And along the way, you'll see how you can order Microsoft Excel and Word and get the same advantages for yourself.
As a musician, I did not see myself as a flashy technician around. I focused on tone. As a stockbroker, I focus on communication, making numbers tell a story. A spreadsheet is crucial to my work, I would say. I can't imagine what it was like when I worked without a spreadsheet. However, using the old spreadsheet was like working out in the gym. You knew it was going to be good for you, but for me the choice was Excel. I looked at everything and the world to go forward without any old baggage. The most powerful is reports to pension 401k plan participants. Once you get 1,000 numbers together, people fall asleep. When the picture summarizes it and they can see the numbers to know that the picture's for real, then you've got a powerful message. This is what you brought, this is what we've made it grow to, and that's why we're working together. All of the hard work. When I'm ready to build the chart, I click on Chart Wizard up on the toolbar, and it's as simple as pushing the button. The size of this chart later, I just want to put it in place. Chart Wizard asks me, which information do you want to put into this chart? I want to use this data, so I just hold on to it and drag it all the way across where the information is that's going into the chart. I choose the type of chart I want, and I would like it with labels inside, so I'm going to pick selection number 5 here. And already I've got a preview of what it's going to look like, and Chart Wizard says, this must be what you wanted, and I look at that and go, yes, by gosh, that's it. And it asks me, do I want the legend or not? I want a nice big chart, so I'm going to take that out of there and make sure the chart's as big as possible. I press OK, and that was the process that led to this chart. We're 10 seconds away from pushing the button and printing. The inspiration to switch came from my clients. They didn't ask me to even use a spreadsheet. They didn't know what they wanted. I could tell as we discussed things, it was very important for me to know that they understood what they might be investing in, what the choices were, and what their portfolios looked like right now. And I found I was drawing pictures on a page and putting some numbers underneath. When I saw Excel and saw the way that you combined graphics with numbers and had it all on the screen for you exactly the way it was going to come out when you printed, that's what caught my attention. People are happy, people are telling their friends. And I know that part of that is because they have something in their hands they can show to somebody else. We think our reports look better. When we go to present something to a prospect, we know that we're going to be seen and that we're going to be remembered.
Banks are running real lean and mean now. And what that means is that the old top-heavy organization of yesterday doesn't exist. Managers in an organization like the one I'm in have to be able to do a lot of their work themselves. I would have to say that a word processor is probably one of the most important tools that I have, as far as typing memos, mailing things, even writing a training manual. My favorite job is I'm a ski instructor on the weekends. When I was asked to change from WordPerfect to Word, the first question that came to my mind was why? I was using a word processor that I was happy with, but I'd been given a copy of Microsoft's Excel, and I loved the product. I thought it was wonderful. So when someone said, do you want to try Word? I said, sure, I'll try it. So I tried it. I liked it. I have to be able to produce a document that management will read. And if I can get management benefit, because it means that the communication that we're trying to get out gets out. And I found that management likes bullet points. Word has bullet points, it's easy to change them. There are 4 items here that I'd like to highlight to draw the attention of participants to, so I'm going to add bullet points to those. So I've selected the 4 items, go to my toolbar and click on bullet points. I have scissors loaded in here, and that's not what I want. So I will select Tools from the Tools menu, Bullets and Numbering, and then I have a check mark in here in my bullet character, and that's the one I want. So I'll just click on it and click on OK, and it just changes my bullets. So I have a list here of 4 items with a check mark in front of them, and those are the items that I want to draw the participants' attention to. Management likes everything all on one page. And print preview that all I have to do is hit, and Word shows me the margins, and I can change them right there, and I know if it's one page, and I can print it. I think one of the major benefits is to be able to really get what I need to have done quickly. Not bad, all on one page. It makes me feel more comfortable knowing that, if I get in trouble, I can take the cheater's way out and try the WordPerfect help. Probably only used it once or twice. I don't need to use it. The help functions that are online in Word are very easy to follow. Now with this particular document, I've decided that maybe I want to add a border around one of the paragraphs. And I've never done that before, so I would use help to try to figure out how to do it. The help screens are very easy to use. So I'll search for, I guess let's try borders. And there's borders. It's going to be applying, so I'll click on applying. Show topics. Applying borders to paragraphs, tables. That sounds like it to me. There it is. It's that easy. And then I find if I use the help to create something that I don't like, I can always use the undo key to get rid of it. There's a phrase that I like to describe my life, and that is that I'm a banker to support my ski habit. Using Word is probably as easy as falling off a chairlift, but I wouldn't recommend the latter.
Now that you've seen what other people are accomplishing, maybe it's time to see what you can do with Microsoft Excel or Word for Windows. To get them, just see your local reseller. For the name of a reseller near you or to order by phone, just call 1-800-371-4605. Each program is just $129 when you upgrade spreadsheet or Word program. And each comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. And finally, if you're still wondering if you should, listen to a few more people who already have, and see how some powerful features let you build spreadsheets fast and pull together big documents the easy way.
John Weigel, please dial 110. John Weigel, please dial 110.
Stevens Creek Honda is a very busy service department. We service in excess of 20,000 cars a year. That equates to about somewhere between 70 to 100 cars a day. If it's sideways, they get sideways very fast, and I need a tool that I can go to and analyze what's going on and make quick business decisions. Excel is what I really expected out of a spreadsheet. In fact, as I use it, I find every day that it does more and more and more. Autofill is one of the tools that's built into Excel. It's a feature that just makes it easier to lay a spreadsheet out. The first thing that I do is I want to type in January, so I type Jan. I need to have February, March, April, and May. I'm just going to click on it with the mouse and drag right across the screen like that. And autofill will do all of them at once. The next thing I would do is I need to type in some categories.
And I enter my actual costs for January and February. Now I want to see what my costs will look like for the next 3 months. And autofill is so smart, it projects those costs for me.
And now what I need to do is add them up. I click on the AutoSum tool, and Excel suggests which cells it's going to add. And if I agree with that, I just hit enter, and it's added them for me. If I want to add the other columns, all I have to do is highlight where I want that to be, and go up and click twice on the Autumn Sum tool, and it will do all of them at once. Drag and drop is another feature that I really like using. All I've got to do is go click on what I want to move or select the area that I want to move and simply drag it to where I want it. And I've done the work, there's the numbers, and I can get it out to people fast. When I got Excel, I found that it had features built into it to help people like me make the transition. For example, if I wanted to learn how to open a file, I would hit the / key, and that brings up help for 1, 2, 3 users. And then I would hit F for file, and then R for retrieve. And then I would select my file that I want to retrieve, and I hit enter. And Microsoft Excel will execute its commands to go and retrieve the file. Now, from watching it execute that, I've learned how to do it myself. When I first purchased 123 for Windows, I had to call help almost immediately, and that was very discouraging. Since I've had Microsoft Excel, I have not had the need to call for help one time, so I've never actually talked to them on the phone. Excel, because of its features and because of its friendliness, allows me to spend less time dealing with the spreadsheet and more time analyzing the results, and it makes me more effective as a manager. I think Excel is going to be the #1 spreadsheet.
In the development of a project, from the conceptual design phase through the entitlement process and the preparation of construction documents, we probably produce 40 to 50 pounds worth of paper. And it's our job as the architect to paint a picture so that everyone understands what they need to do. I switched from WordPerfect to Word after being given Word as a Christmas present and made a mistake of letting it sit on the shelf for about 6 months. WordPerfect got the job done. But once we installed Word, it gives us so many more opportunities, and we look so much better to our clients when information goes out of this office. We've got a tremendous database that we've built up over the years in our past use of WordPerfect, and Word reads it in. It's a no-brainer. This is an example where we have a document that was on pavement structures, and if I go to load it, Word recognizes that it is not a Word file. Our version of WordPerfect was 4.1, and in the time that it's taken me to explain this, it has loaded the entire document in a Word format. To bring the WordPerfect document up to speed, it's very easy to highlight the entire document and change the character format to Times Roman and the font size to 12 points. And the 13-page document has been completely reformatted. The heading feature allows me to create a table of contents at the flip of a switch. You simply go to the Insert command and ask for a table of contents. It asks if you want to use the headings of the paragraphs. We say yes, and it is loaded in automatically. Word gives us the opportunity to get a lot more work done with a lot fewer people. In tough times like this, that's important. At the same time, it lets our 10-person firm look like a 25-person firm. What I tell other people that aren't using Word is that they've got to take a look at it. It's fast, it's easy, it's fun.
As you can see, people are switching to Microsoft Excel and Word for some very good reasons. To get the same benefits for yourself, just go to your local reseller. For the name of one near you or to order by phone, just call 1-800-371-4605. Microsoft Excel and Word are only $129 each when you upgrade from your current spreadsheet or word processor. That's the lowest price you're likely to find anywhere. And of course, there's a 90-day guarantee. Plus, you'll gain all the advantages of Excel and Word. And as you'll see, includes the power to work with numbers and text together by using Excel and Word together. But why just watch it when you can actually try it for yourself? All you have to do is call.
I'm an analytical person, but I don't like being bogged down into minute details, and I just want to get the work done. I'm a senior engineer for a Southern California aerospace company. We're under deadlines quite often, and we have to respond to our customers in a very timely manner. There may be pressure, but it's a positive pressure. It's not negative. It's just we're doing what we need to do in order to keep our business going. I prefer Excel because it's friendly, it's easy to use, and I can explore new ways to make my work look better. The formats that are produced using auto format are outstanding. I click on auto format, select the format that I want, and it's done. Often I have to generate a written report. In the past, the way I would do that, I would take my worksheet, go to the copier machine, reduce it, cut it out, take the written document, and then paste it in. I will merge my Excel worksheet into a Microsoft Word document. It saves me time and money because I don't have to rely on our technical publications department to produce the documents. I can produce them myself, and they're of a quality that's ready to be shipped to our customer. Using Excel, I'm able to get twice as much work out in the same amount of time. Yes, I'm twice as productive.
It is difficult here in Reno, Nevada, to convince our customers to conserve energy. My group concentrates on helping the customers reduce their energy consumption. We can either conserve energy or we can build more power plants. It's very important for me to have the regulatory agencies that we deal with understand what we're trying to do as far as our rates the first time. Producing documents like this, absolutely required to have done the first time because they don't give you another chance. Once they make their decision, you can come back in like 6 months, whatever, and that time you're losing millions of dollars in revenue. I was a DOS WordPerfect user, and I just wanted to be loyal to that, and it just was driving me crazy. I prefer Word over all the word processors I've ever used. I'd say my favorite feature probably is borders, because with borders, I can use shading, I can do all my lines. Not only can I make a box, but I also can make a horizontal line, and that's really a lot of fun to be able to do that kind of stuff. This is how I would change the border on this particular table. First thing I do is select the table. I'll now go up to Format, go into Border. Border gives me a variety of choices. I can change it to any of these different styles. I'm going to change it to the double line style, which will be affected on the entire outside of the table. I can go to preset table styles if I wanted to, which are listed below. Now I'm going to say OK. It's been changed. Next thing I'm going to do is change the shading within this particular part of the table. Go back up to Format, go into Borders again. This time I'll click on the button that's labeled Shading. If I come down to Pattern, I'm currently at 5%, but I think I'd like 20%, really make it show up. I click OK, and the change is now showing up on the screen. After I made my switch, I'm going, why didn't I do this sooner? It was so easy. I mean, it was just a natural, just to go right into it. And when I was using WordPerfect, I was really groping around a lot for stuff, and I really got frustrated with it. Went right into Word, no problem. Excel together all the time. I'm in a memo inside Word. I'm going to scroll down to my table. It's linked to Excel. I'm going to make a change on my table from Excel. So here I am in Excel. I'm going to change the number in this spreadsheet. Now let's say I'll make it $820,000. I kind of like that number. I'm going to switch back over to my document. And now the changes are right here along with the totals. Karen's you'll like it a lot better. It's easier to format. She said, no. That's what I learned. I'm happy with that.
Word definitely changed my life.
Before I know it, she's going into label craziness.
I used to write out my labels instead of print them. And I was so excited when I got into Word, and it took me just seconds to do it. I am a label maniac now.
How big do I think Word is going to be? I think that Word is going to take over Windows word processing.
So that's the story from just a few of the 2 million people who've already switched. Of course, there's much more to say, but it all comes down to this. With Microsoft Excel and Word for Windows, people are complex tasks and getting results like never before. Try Microsoft Excel or Word for Windows for yourself. Upgrade now at a price that's the lowest you can find anywhere. And remember, both come with a 90-day money-back guarantee. See your reseller or call to order one or both and start creating some real-life success stories of your own.